followed by inaugural speech of Dr. Sriram Kavle sir, Honorable Provisy, Gondwana University, Gadchiroli. Then followed by keynote address, which will be chaired by Dr. Shiv Kumar CL, and addressee will be the Dr. Praveen Saptarshi sir. It is followed by two plenary sessions. The first plenary session will be chaired by M. Rizwan sir, uh, which will be resourced by Dr. Coraline David. Second plenary session will be chaired by Dr. Sudhakara H, which will be resourced by Dr. Kavita GN. And lastly, one or two speeches by our honorable from our honorable management, and followed by vote of thanks. So first of all, I would like to uh, ask uh, our honorable principal sir, Dr. R. Jane, to start the session with his welcome speech. Dr. R. Jane sir.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Prashant Gare sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Sriramji Kaure sir, eminent scholars, professors, researchers, teaching and non-teaching staff of college and students. In fact, these are the golden moments in the history of Arts and Commerce College, BC, that we are organizing international webinar on empowerment of women in modern age. Women are the epitome of strength, love, sacrifice, and courage. In today's world, the role of women has changed significantly for the better. They are no more caretakers of children and teachers. Modern day women are self-sufficient, well aware, and financially independent. In the words of Mrs. Michelle Barack Obama, there is no limit to what we as women can accomplish. This is evident from the fact that women have attained immense success in every field, whether it is sports, politics, or academics. They are marching side by side with men in every walk of life. The modern woman possesses the grace, strength, intelligence, and fearlessness to dominate in man's world. The term empowerment is defined as the process of becoming stronger and more confident. Women empowerment is one of the key terms for the overall development of society. International studies demonstrate that when the economy and political organization of a society change, women take the lead in helping the family to adjust with new realities and challenges. American philanthropist Melinda Gates thinks that a woman with a nerve is by definition a strong woman. Voicing her opinions, taking appropriate stands, supporting causes which require addressal are signs of a modern day strong woman. This, in other words, comprises
साहेब आवाज येत नाही.
पण बंद झाला आहे आणि आवाज पण येत नाही. दुसरे सर
साहेब तुमचं इंटरनेट चेक करा, आवाज येत नाही.
आवाज येत नाही सर.
जानी सर, हॅलो.
सर एक मिनिट सर.
ठावरी सर,
हॅलो
थोडं आमची अकॅडमिक आहे, थोडं मला लवकर हे कराल.
ओके ठीक आहे.
नमस्कार कावळे सर.
नमस्कार नमस्कार नमस्कार.
हॅलो ठावरी सर, तुमच्या लॅपटॉपवरून बोलायला लावा सरांना, त्यांचा ते बंद झाला आहे. हॅलो ठावरी सर. हॅलो ठावरी सर. ठावरी सर.
हो.
ठावरी सर तुमच्या
हा हॅलो सर, आवाज येत आहे?
हो तुमच्या मोबाईलवरून येत आहे आवाज, तिकडला बंद झाला आहे तो.
ठीक आहे, चलो
सरांना तुमच्या वळी जाऊन.
Hello. Now I would like to ask Dr. Sriram Kavle sir, Honorable Provisy, Gondwana University, Gadchiroli, to start his inaugural speech. Over to you, Dr. Sriram Kavle sir.
Good morning. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, clearly audible, sir.
One day online interdisciplinary international conference topic on women empowerment in modern age, organized by Art and Commerce College BC, Taluka Chimur, District Chandrapur. Chairman of this inaugural session and participant principals of various affiliated colleges and all the teachers, researchers, and participant, those are connected virtually for this crucial one-day online interdisciplinary conference. I extend a warm thank you to the member of management and principal of Art and Commerce College BC, District Chandrapur, for inviting me to inaugurate a one-day online interdisciplinary international conference on women empowerment in modern age. At the outset, it is my pleasure to formally inaugurate the international level conference and declare that the conference is open for further deliberation on various crucial aspects of current dimension in women empowerment in modern age. Quality education is a soul of human development, addressing and providing scientific thoughts on current dimension on contemporary academic development and challenges is truly one of the prime responsibility of any higher education institution. I therefore congratulate Art and Commerce College VC for organizing a international level conference. The empowerment and autonomy of women and the empowerment of their political, social, economic, and health status is a highly important end in itself. In addition, it is essential for the achievement of sustainable development. The full participation and partnership of both women and men is required in productive and reproductive life, including shared responsibility for the care and nurturing of children and maintenance of the household. In all parts of the world, women are facing their life, health, and well-being as a result of being overburdened with work and of their lack of power and influence. In most regions of the world, women receive less formal education than men, and at the same time, one woman's own knowledge, ability, and coping mechanism often go under recognized. The Constitution of India suggests gender equity in its preamble, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and directives principles. The Constitution not only grants equality to women but also empower the state to adopt measures of positive determination in favor of women. Education is one of the most important means of empowerment women with the knowledge, skill, and self-confidence necessary to participate fully in the development process. But despite notable efforts by countries around the globe that have appreciably expanded across to basic education, there are approximately 96 million, 1960 millions literate adult in the world, of whom two-third are women. More than one-third of the world adult, most of them women, have no access to printed knowledge, to new skill, or to technologies that would improve the quality of their life and help them shape and adapt to social and economic change. Empowerment of women in modern age essentially require few important aspects such as establish, establishing mechanisms for women equal participation and equitable representation at all levels of the political process and public life in each community and society, and enable women to articulate their concern and needs, promoting the fulfillment of women potential through education, skill development, and employment, giving promote important to the elimination of poverty, illiteracy, and ill health among women, eliminating all practices that discriminate against women, assessing women to establish and realize their rights, including those that relate to reproductive and sexual health, adopting appropriate measures to improve women's ability to earn income behind traditional occupation, achieve economic self-reliance, and eliminating violence against women. But thus, Conference on interdisciplinary issue help editors and researchers to understand new approaches and methods regarding all-round empowerment of women in the modern age. Uh, I also appreciate the organizers for inviting the best scholars as a resource person who are indeed expert in the field of higher education with their knowledge, experience, and um, experience. I am sure that the one of the international conference will certified made a major contribution to enhancing and updating the knowledge of the participant in the holistic manner. In it In this context, I sincerely hope that this conference will deliberate and discuss all the different facts of the very important topic and come up with recommendations that will lead to a better and inclusive social system. I once again thank the authorities of Art and Commerce College Bishi Chandrapur for the opportunity to addressing you today. I wish the conference a great success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your honorable inaugural speech. In this speech, you tell us about the necessary action required for women's empowerment. Thank you very much, sir, once again. And now we are moving to next session, that is keynote address. The chair of this session is Dr. Shivkumar CL, and keynote address will be delivered by Dr. Praveen G. Saptarshi, sir. So I request Dr. Praveen C. Saptarshi, sir, to take the take this session to the next level. Over to you, Dr. Praveen Saptarshi, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I really feel highly honored to be with you online because I really appreciate the efforts made by the college and the principal of the college and the organizers who are placed in even the village like Bisi, which is not even a tehsil place, and you have dared to organize this international conference. And I also appreciate and congratulate the organizers for selecting the theme of the conference, that is women empowerment in modern age. In my previous to me, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor has clearly mentioned that it is a problem and we have to look into its dimensions like social, political, and even psychological, family background, etc., etc. So I can say that the first of all, there is fashion in today's academics that women empowerment was there way back in our culture, but it was diminished because of invasion of Mughals. This is a wrong historical statement. There is no proof in history, or any historian will never agree about this. So women empowerment, if we see the women empowerment in the form of one indicator is sex ratio. And if you see that sex ratio, why it is diminishing? Sex ratio means those who are not from geography and demography. I will explain that sex ratio is the number of women per 1,000 men. If it is less than 900, so it is imbalanced sex ratio, indicating the empowerment of male or indicating male dominance. And that's why if we see this indicator in India, you can find that it is definitely tilted. It is not properly balanced. It should be 990 to 1000. In tribal areas, it is near to 1000 to 1000. But in developed areas, it is less than this. In Pune, it is even less than 920. So this means that if you see that education and modernity, so you can find that there is a correlation between dominance, male dominance, and development. And that's why Mahatma Gandhi used to say that we don't want such kind of development. So in Gandhian practices are easily understood in ashram, in his ashrams, and even the ashrams in today's world. So there are some ashrams where Gandhiji has stayed, and he has started those ashrams in South Africa, also in Maharashtra, Wardha, Sevagram and all this. So you can find that the women empowerment in real sense of the term can be observed there. Gandhi can be considered as the first person advocating, first person who was political leader of India, who is father of India. So he has advocated women empowerment. So he has given right. Now you can see his movements, the freedom struggle, the women participation was great, and that was the real headache to then British government. So this means that the women empowerment is definitely a way to modernity, way to civilization, way to civil society. And that's why women empowerment should be viewed in this way. Now, coming to the modern era, industrial era, so principal honorable principal has also mentioned it correctly that there are women are not restricted to the family work or home work or domestic work. They are now empowered to earn money, and they have got the share in the economy of the family economy or family earnings. No doubt about that. It is there, but their empowerment is not dependent on the money that they earn, because it is embedded in our culture that the women are not considered as equal, as Gandhiji has suggested. So that equality amongst these both the sexes, both the sex is not observed even in the elite class. This is mainly because of the dominance of capitalism. And this capitalism or industrialization or corporate world, they may have the CEOs in like any women can be leading big corporate. But even then, if you just observe the number of the apex level management people, hardly 2% of women all over the world you can find, only 2%. So this is the picture, this is the statistics, and that's why we are far away from the women empowerment in real sense of the term. Even in a jokingly, people always say that yes, my wife, I have to take permission of my wife. So there are so many jokes on WhatsApp, and even there are so many before WhatsApp also. So this is also just kidding the women empowerment movement. And that's why those who are indulge in enjoying such jokes, they should psychologically put themselves under the microscope, and they should scrutinize themselves psychologically and find out what is real empowerment. So, for example, women's in most of the families or majority of the families, they are not taken seriously while decision making. Suppose you want to give some 5,000 rupees as to lend the 5,000 rupees to your friend, you don't ask your wife. But your wife, if she wants to lend some 5,000 rupees to her friend, then you will have to, she will have to ask you. So this is the fact. And this is really against women empowerment. It is as simple as that. Everybody should scrutinize, everybody should critically assess yourself and your attitude in the house. And you can find that the most of in various um, social groups, you can find that the number of women per thousand of male population is reducing, is reduced considerably, significantly. And that's why if you want to marry from your own caste, it becomes very difficult. But still, people are trying to get the dowry, trying to get the dominance in the marriage. And here comes any woman, one who accepts this dominance at the time of marriage will suffer throughout her life. And that's why women should also see that to what extent this male dominance uh, should be tolerated. So it is actually husband and wife should be friends, not companions, not one is slightly more equal and another is slightly on lower cadre. So this kind of adjustment, and we proudly say that Indian women are very good in cooking. They are devoted. They have got sacrificing nature, but we are 100% reluctant to follow them. Actually, if we trace the history,
सरांचा आवाज डिस्कनेक्ट झाला.
सर आवाज नाही येत आहे. 70 सर.
सरांचा आवाज नाही येत.
हॅलो माने सर. हा सप्तर्षी सरांचा आवाज आहे.
They are all participant. Technical issue. Saptar will shortly join. Wait.
संतोष माने सर. Santosh Mane sir, can you hear me? संतोष माने सर, डॉक्टर संतोष माने सर, आवाज येतो तुम्हाला? आवाज येते सर, आवाज.
बहुतेक लेफ्ट झालेत माने सर.
Okay, okay. Now Praveen Saptarshi sir is online. Sir, continue, sir. He was disconnected abruptly. Internet connection. Praveen sir,
Sir, you
start
are-
your mic.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay,
We
okay.
cannot hear.
Can you hear now? Thank you. So sorry because of some connectivity. Ladies and gentlemen, we were discussing about the women empowerment and how this women empowerment is not inculcated in our culture, and that's why everyone in the family should try to critically observe himself or herself whether we are for women empowerment or not. So this is most important thing, that how we can begin women empowerment from within. So there are political dimensions also for women empowerment. So we give the popular examples of Margaret Thatcher or great Indira Gandhi. So there are so many women who are at the top of the political scenario in various countries. No doubt, at present, the France Chancellor is also a lady. But all these things are symbolic. Do you really find that there is a participation of women in political decision at village level or tehsil level or at district level? Then the answer is no. Even at college level, we don't consider. Now you just imagine if there is no reservation for women, how many lady staff members would have been appointed in the college? So this is very good beginning, that the Constitution of India and the rules of the land show that the rules of the land are framed in such a way that women empowerment is to be practiced. But even then, we practice it for the sake of law. We don't practice it from within. So that is my point. And that's why legal, if you find the legal framework, it is very good in India. Even all over the world, it is good, and it is really giving equal opportunities to women and men. But this is not in practice. And that's why you can find that there are some problems, and even in IT field, work from home, everything is there. Then even in that elite class, or you can say that upper middle class families, women empowerment is not thoroughly seen, observed, or it is not considered as the one of the important human ethics. So it is the prerequisite to be human being. So if we accept this, that it is a prerequisite to be human being, then and then only most of the problems will be solved. Now, why? Actually, it was there when we were in when the tribal societies were existing, and man was just food collectors and the hunter. So at that time, both women and men were having the equal rights, equal power, and so on. But when man left that job and started doing agriculture, you know the history of the international migrations from the Central Asia to India and China in Yangtze Plain and in Ganga Jamuna Dua. So all these started agriculture, and then but agriculture was also dominated by women because the seedlings were preparation of seedlings, then all such things were done by women. Even today, the agricultural activities are mainly carried out by women, but they are not given the uh, proper status. So in farmers education, I participated in, and I have seen that the women, the uh, the number of women participating in the education in the movement is very high, was very high, and they were telling me the various problems. They were discussing the problems of uh, various uh, agricultural practices and what exactly is uh, the nature of why this law should be um, rejected. So they used to call it as black laws. So these things are there because they understand the correctness of the law, correctness of the policies. Even in tribal villages, you can take the case of Mendhaleka. You can find that uh, the women are given the equal rights, and that's why in decision making, uh, women women have a great say. So these are the examples, but they are limited to certain villages, limited to certain tehsils, and that's why we have to think seriously about women empowerment on larger uh, context. And this is the problem here. And that's why I'm really happy that we are discussing on these various dimensions, psychological, political, economic uh, dimensions of this. So, and at present, what is we consider ourselves as modern. Modern means we are going back to the previous era. Only thing is that the form is modern. Means the today's women may be driving car or maybe traveling in aeroplane or maybe going up to the in the space, but this is not sufficient. So one should definitely find that the still women are going to space, still women empowerment is not practiced. So this is the important aspect of women empowerment. So in capitalist society, women is considered to be a product. And that's why in various advertisements, the women are uh, yeah, on the front line. And even in cinema industry, if women becomes the old, she doesn't have a market. So this is something wrong. You can find that the Amitabh Bachchan, who is of my age, is also still earning money in cinema industry, but no women of his age is earning that much amount of money. So these are the things that we try to develop the environment, economic environment, in such a way that most of uh, most of the men are on the front line and women are not in the front line. So actually, there is a law in Western culture that there is when the parents are given the earn leave um, at the time of childbirth. So this is, even the father is given the leave, so that father should also participate in upbringing of a small kid. So okay, these rules are there, but very limited number of male or men take the leave because they are interested in the further promotion. I may lose my further promotion, and that's why I will not take the leave. Oh, my wife will take leave, no problem. If she doesn't get promotion, it's okay. So this kind of attitude is there, and this attitude is developed because of this economic environment, this because of this corporate world. So this, we should be in position to understand all these things, and then only we will be in position to uh, give correct answer to the women empowerment. Lastly, I would say that whether women are safe all over the world, they are safe only in tribal areas. I have worked there, and that's why I know it for certain that women can wander even in midnight in that particular tribal areas, in spite of Naxalites and all these things, threats of the violence and all. So this is the fact. But in Pune or in metro cities, uh, the lonely woman cannot wander in midnight. So she is definitely not safe. So safety of women is, and it is funny that uh, most of the police, uh, you can say that the police officers say that this is mobile number and you can call me and I will come there to help you. This is not the case. Actually, the women are not safe because of male dominance, and therefore we have to see that the male dominance, this is in your head. This should be and this is inculcated in your mind mainly through the traditional practices of religion, and that's why we have to say no to religion, no to the all such traditional practices like the uh, winding the thread on the banyan along the banyan tree. So the that women says that the same husband should be there for seven, um, you can say that for 7 times in various forms. But this is there is no any such ritual for the men. So we have to reject such things. So we want the Savitri, Savitri Phule, not the Vata Savitri. So with these words, we Miss Women Empowerment should also be started from the women also. So we should reject Vata Savitri and we should follow the Savitri by Phule. So with these words, I wish you all, and especially I appeal to the young researchers from various disciplines to carry out the research which can highlight the empowerment, highlight the need of women empowerment in your village, in your tehsil, in your district, in your state, and so on. So such micro level studies, if carried out by various uh, young researchers, so that can also give us the picture of realities regarding women empowerment. Because women empowerment should not be just in, it is not the elite class baby, it is also to be seen at the bottom of pyramid. And therefore, I appeal my young friends to carry out such researches with the question that whether women empowerment is there in my village or not, whether it is there in my family or not. This can be a very good research question. With these words, I wish you a great success and happy life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
thank you, sir. Uh, am I audible? Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir. Your,
Yes, sir.
thank you, sir. Your precious speech on discussion, various socio-economical and cultural development needed for women empowerment, sex ratio imbalance, Gandhian philosophy, and women participation in all aspects of the socio world. Uh, thank you very much, sir. Now, uh, I call upon uh, the chairman of this session, Dr. Shiv Kumar CL. You are associate professor and HOD, Department of History, Government First Grade College, Hassan, Karnataka. Over to you, sir. Dr. Shiv Kumar CL.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Praveen Ji Saptarshi, sir, for wonderful keynote address, sir. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, all of you. I would like to conclude this session, Saryas, to focus on Gandhian thoughts and also women freedom struggle movement and also education and agriculture sector. With an former US Secretary Kofi Annan famously said that promote gender equality is not only women's responsibility, it's the responsibility of all of. The journey of women has crossed many milestones, and the society has indeed come a long way. They have struggled hard over the last few decades, but still been able to successfully establish their own identity. As women are adored patience and perseverance, which has helped them to attain the pinnacle of success. Earlier, women were seen only as housewives who were projected to cook, clean, and take care of their family. What's are told today, along with handling tough clients at office, they successfully multitask at home too. Women are more focused and have a unique decision-making power, even at senior leadership in the most optimal manner and at times are in the better position than men. Empowering women can help the society to grow and to develop at a faster pace. What Praveen Saptarshi sir said that we are definitely redesigning the world. I would like to thank the staff and organizers of the college who invite and gave me the opportunity to the chairperson of this international conference. And also thank to Santosh P. Mane sir and my well-wisher Dr. Kavita ma'am. And also heartily wishes to the college for celebrating Silver Jubilee year. Thank you, one and all. Namaste. Sir, audible, sir?
Thank you. Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now we are moving to our plenary session number 1, which will be chaired by M. Rizwan, and the resource person is Dr. Caroline David, HOD of Economics, FC Department of DTSS College of Commerce, Malad, Mumbai. The topic of the plenary session is Empowerment Women in India. May I call upon Dr. Caroline David?
Yes, I'm here, very much here. Thank you so much. Respected dignitaries, just 1 minute. Respected dignitaries and all those who are present on this virtual platform, Dr. Caroline David wishes one and all a very happy afternoon. Expressing gratitude is a powerful prayer. With this, Dr. Caroline David, the head of the Department of DTSS College, grabs the opportunity in expressing a heartfelt gratitude to the respected principal of CSBSC College of Arts and Commerce at Chandrapur for giving me this platform to express my views on empowerment of women in India. I extend my thanks to the organizing team, especially my bro and friend Dr. Santosh Mani, who has introduced me to this platform today. Most importantly, my gratitude goes to my lovely audience friends on this virtual platform who are here to inspire me to deliver my lecture. God bless one and all. I would like to start my talk with a story of an old watch. There was a man. He had a very old watch. So he gave the watch to his son, and he told his son, "Go and find out the value of this watch in the market." So he went into the market and he tried to sell the watch. So he was getting only rupees 20 for the watch. So then he came back to his father and he said, "This watch fetches only 20 rupees." His father said, "Now you go to the museum and try to see what price you will get in the museum." In the museum, they were just bidding 5,000, 10,000. So he was so shocked. So he went back to his father and he said that the museum demand is very high for this watch. So the father told him that now this is what I want to explain to you. Your value is in the market you sell. You have to value your own self first, and then if you are in the right market, you will be valued. So life is like this. Women also have to value herself first. She should value herself. She should know what is her value, and do not depend on others. Whether your husband values you, your brother sisters value you, your parents value you. Please value your own self. This is the most important thing which I would like to tell all the women in India, especially in India. My topic today is empowerment of women in India. It's all about women. Women are beautiful creation of God, as multi-talented, multi-skilled, and even considered as goddess Durga, goddess Kali. Even they gave the names to the rivers like Ganga, Jamuna. Remember, women are life givers, miracle creators, and magic makers. The woman, W stands for wonderful, O stands for omnipotent, that is great power. M stands for generous, magnanimous. E stands for earnest. N stands for noble. That is woman. WOMEN. Women not only play an important role in their own life, but also the life of others too. A woman with a vision empowers an empire of women to do more, to see more, and to be more. One woman should empower each other. Women, instead of being envious of one another, that is what women do. They try to put another woman down, which they should stop doing. And in fact, each woman should support each other to come up in life. Like if you know that somebody is a widow, if you know that somebody is a divorcee, don't tease them. In fact, you should be a support to such women and try to encourage them to come up. So one woman should support another woman. Women will achieve true equality when men treat them as equal and share with them the responsibility of bringing up the next generation, and also when one woman respects another woman. Moreover, parents should treat the children as equal and do not feel that once a daughter gets married, they have washed their hands away. Then the man will take advantage of them. A woman should know that she has a backup of her parents. Yes, otherwise what will happen if the man does not treat the woman well? She will not have the courage to confess to her parents or confide in her parents. And then ultimately what happens? The dead body comes to the house of the parents. And that is the most miserable state for parents. So it is better that the parents always keep their doors open for the woman and tell the daughter that even if you're married, you still belong to me. This house belongs to you. No matter what happens, please come back over here. You can always be open. We are there for you. This is the most important thing what parents should do to their daughters when they are getting married. Glory to be born as a woman. Yes, woman is a foundation of love. She's a hallmark of true valor. She's sunrise of enlightenment, motherly heart to give and forgive, and she's born to be a leader. But what do I mean by leader? Leadership means partnership, cooperation, monitoring, and supportive. I don't mean domination. I don't mean a woman should be a leader to dominate. No, a woman should cooperate and she should lead so that others are there to see her and follow her. Education and a good job is a must for empowerment and leadership. Meaning of empowerment. E is educated to be independent financially and socially. M is motivated to manage herself. P is plan well for a future. O is organize her life well. W is wise enough to take her own decision, and of course, liberty to take her own decision. E, excellent to face challenges. R, responsible to manage ups and downs. M, majestic. N, nifty, that is smart. T is time management. Without time cannot be successful in life. The more young girls grow into well educated adults with fewer dependents and new opportunities to acquire wealth, saving and purchasing power, the more they will be able to accelerate economic growth and development and empower themselves. To be educated is to empower yourself, to be dynamic, to be unique, to be cautious, to be active, to be time oriented, to be excellent, and to be dominated. That is, you should not allow others to dominate you. You should dominate your own self. Nobody should be able to dominate you. Woman, money is honey. And once woman has money, she is very confident. So parents should not give dowry. Dowry is like selling your daughter. Women, Soumya Barnwal, can you please switch off your mic? Money is honey. If a woman has money, she feels confident and powerful. So a parent should not give dowry. Dowry is like, spoiling the man. Her parents should invest in her, make her well educated, make her legs strong. And if they feel like giving dowry, they should keep FDs in her name. So they should give property in her name. So she has a backup. So when she has a backup, she feels very confident, she feels very strong, and she doesn't feel that she's sold out to a man. Education is a milestone of women empowerment because it enables them to respond to challenges, to confront their traditional role and change their life. Education helps a woman to understand her rights to equal treatment like a man in the society of this nation. Education is a big investment. Education is your best friend who will never ditch you and always will be with you, come what may. Women empowered means Mother India empowered. This is what Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru rightly said. Women are considered the minority group in our country. Minority means they refer to the people who experience relative disadvantage. Yes, we are still considered to be a minority in our country. So we women have to work to improve it. Yes, only when all the women they get together and they realize that they are putting the other woman down, they are not fighting for their rights. Only when they are united, when they learn to respect another woman, yes, then the life of the woman will improve. Mother-in-law is a woman, daughter-in-law is a woman, daughter is a woman. So these women, women are help another woman to to grow, then only I think women will be empowered in India. Educated girls are a unique positive force for development. Why is education important? Education makes a very big change in the life of a woman. If a woman is educated, she's able to guide her children, she's able to take up their studies, she's able to tell them that what is good and what is bad, good touch, bad touch, what is good for health, what is not good for health, and she's able to take care of the nutrition, she's able to communicate well with her children and her family, and the most important, education is good for her own self development. Empowerment is very important. It is a process of increasing the capacity of an individual or group to make choices and decision and bring a transformation in their choices, decision and actions. So that is empowerment. So if we don't bring this change, if we women don't bring this change, then Soumya, please switch off your mic, dear. Empowerment helps in promoting sense of self-worth, their ability to determine their own choices, and the right to influence social change for themselves and others, and a path towards leadership. So empowerment is very important because empowerment will help a woman to grow economically. It will help a woman to be financially independent. It will help her to be politically, to take part in the political affairs. So So political empowerment includes women representation on elected bodies. But today in our country, there are many ladies who would like to participate and would like to take part in politics. But what happens when we take part in politics? We are asked to shut our mouth. We are just sidetracks. We get the chair, but then we are not able to use the chair well because the men around will not allow it. Even in college, you see, if there is a head of the department who's a lady and her counterpart is a male, he won't like that the male will, the female will tell her, do this, do that. It is against their ego. Why make the sex difference? Why make the difference? Why don't we treat each other as humans? We are all humans. We have to remove this difference, what is there between men and women. And in politics, yes, we should encourage and support women to come up in politics, because when a woman can take care of a house, a woman can also take care of a country very well. And woman knows the needs of the country more better than a man, because she knows the needs of a house. So she will obviously work hard to even bring the country up, and she will do justice to most of them. So we have to see that a woman is allowed to participate into politics. Women have the potential to lead in every area of life. All they need is motivation and support. From whom? From their loved ones. Who are their loved ones? Their parents, their brothers, their husband. Yes, if you remove all her obstacles, I'm sure a woman will excel. All she needs is support from her loved ones. Having a critical mass of women in leadership and decision making will really help the country to grow. It will also help human development. During Corona, the woman has taken a lot of care of the family. So many families have seen the woman knew like what she had to do. Educated women, even the illiterate ones, they were taking care of the family. They knew that they had to put this, herbs in the tea and give the children. They had to, boil the water. They had to use a sanitizer. They took fantastic care of the family, and because of that, so many of them, have survived. Especially in India, we are very rich in all these herbs, and all the women who are, more like, towards their household, they know the importance of haldi, they know the importance of ginger, and they really took care of their family. And I'm really obliged to all the women on this earth. Yes, because of that, so many families have been saved. India has become the fastest growing major developing country in the world, but women are at the tail of this end progress. Out of, if you take 1,000 men, there are 120 women, but there is discrimination and gender inequality, and that is the reason we are there at the tail. We are not at the top. Government organizations are trying, and many other organizations are trying their level best to get rid of this gender inequality, to empower women. India ranks 140 among 153 nations, but earlier India was ranking 112 among the countries, but today we have gone down. Our rank has gone down. Why? Because of this gender discrimination and lack of women empowerment. In politically and socially, female ministers have declined from 23% to 9%. पहले राजनीति में 23% लेडीज थे, अभी वो भी फिगर कम हो गया है. तो इवन इफ यू सी लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द लेडीज, वो कहाँ पे काम करते हैं? वो एग्रीकल्चर में ही काम करते हैं. तो उनका लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर इलिटरेट. लिटरेसी रेट तो बढ़ गया है, लेकिन फीमेल लिटरेसी रेट अभी तक बढ़ना है. एंड बहुत सारे लेडीज लोग ये काम करते तो एग्रीकल्चर में काम करते हैं. सो इंडिया तो वी आर प्रोग्रेसिंग, बट स्टिल हम और लेडीज को तो सबसे लास्ट में, हम लोग एंड ऑफ द प्रोग्रेस में रखा है. वुमेन इन इंडिया जस्ट अर्न 1/5 of what men are earning. Even the salary, there is a lot of difference between a male and a female. Except in our job, in a profession like teachers, professors, we don't have this. And we have seen that even the literacy rate of women are less compared to men. It is almost 65% women literacy is there in India, but men literacy is around 82%. That means the men are more literate than the women. Women also endure inequality with regard to land and property rights. And that is hardly 12% of the women in India are given properties by their parents. Otherwise, once they get them married, They don't even bother to give them anything. They feel शादी कर दिया उनका, अभी उनको कुछ नहीं देना है. So थोड़ा सोना दिया, थोड़ा शादी में खर्चा किया, अभी finish. Everything is for the boy. I remember when I was small, my father used to always say, I wish you were a boy. I wish you were a boy. I did anything, he used to always say, I wish you were a boy. I used to feel so bad. I used to always think, why is he saying like this? Why is he making this difference between a male and a female? But then as I grew up, I objected. I said, please don't say that. I am a daughter. We take pride in saying that I'm your daughter. So this is the thing what happens. If the daughter is smart and she's hardworking, then the parents say, Kash ye mera beta hota tha. Now what happens when women are empowered in India? If we empower women in India, we can tap, excuse me, if we can tap the economic potentials, we can even have productive citizens because women are very hardworking. Imagine women take care of so many things. कॉलेज में जाते पढ़ाती हूँ, फिर घर आके घर संभालती हूँ, फिर बच्चों को संभालती हूँ, फिर बाहर का काम, अंदर का काम. तो वुमेन के जो प्रोडक्टिव कैपेसिटी है वो बहुत ज्यादा है. एंड वुमेन is a very important human resource. We cannot waste it. उनको सबको एग्रीकल्चर में डाल के इट्स यूजलेस. दे आर स्मार्ट. ऑफ कोर्स आज हर एक फील्ड में वुमेन है, लेकिन वी शुड सी दैट वी एनकरेज एंड एम्पावर वुमेन. वी शुड सी दैट वी allow the women to come up in every areas. We should see that we don't create obstacles for the women. Yes, even we should see that they even get a right to participate in politics, and not only participate, but they should also be able to open their mouth to give suggestions, and their suggestions should be respected. Yes, overall gender equality allows for women to live a better quality of life, allowing them to determine their futures beyond traditional expectation. Women are a very important human resource. Women resources should not be wasted. Now, have you heard of the WOW, Women of Worth? ये किसने चालू किया? इंडिया में चालू हो गया था 2006 में. वुमेन ऑफ वर्थ, ये जो है संस्था, इट स्टैंड्स फॉर जस्टिस, इक्वालिटी एंड चेंज. ये औरत लोग ने मिलके चालू किया था और फिर बाद में 2008 में ये रजिस्टर्ड हो गया और ये ऑफिशियल हो गया. बट ये जो संस्था है WOW, वो वुमेन ऑफ वर्थ, ये लेडीज लोग ने मिलके चालू किया क्योंकि उनको हक देना था औरत लोग को. इक्वालिटी चाहिए था मेन और वुमेन में, और बदलाव लाने का था. बदलाव मतलब सोच में बदलाव लाने का था, पेरेंट्स के सोच में, आदमी लोग की सोच में, ताकि वुमेन आर ट्रीटेड इक्वली एज मेन. एंड दिस वुमेन ऑफ अर्थ में they have helped a lot of people who have been human trafficked, children who have been human trafficked. उन्होंने उनको वहां से मीन्स सेव किया, फिर उनको ये व्हाट इज दैट एक शेल्टर दिया, उनको देखभाल किया उनका. ये WOW का मिशन क्या है? एम्पावरिंग वुमेन इन इंडिया एंड ब्रिंग अ चेंज लोकली, nationally and globally through advocacy, training and rehabilitation. So this is the main mission of women in India. That is WOW. That is Women of Worth. So what do? They enlighten women to recognize their innate value, worth and significance. Ladies go there, they are trained and they make them feel that हाँ उनमें कुछ है, और उनके जो अंदर जो छुपे हुए स्किल्स है वो उन लोग डेवलप करते हैं और उनमें एक कॉन्फिडेंस जगाते हैं कि यस, they are also something great and they can do it. And this is the way how they encourage women to live up to their full potential. Empower women by creating channels of safety, growth and equality in society. They equip women with skills to live the change they hope to see. Yes, this is what Women of WOW does. So WOW exists for the growth, empowerment and safety of girls and women, standing for justice, equality and change थ्रू सोशल मीडिया। ये सोशल मीडिया से वो लोग अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करते हैं और फिर जो बच्चे ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग में उनको ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग से उन लोग ये विक्टिम्स हो गए, उनको रिया करते हैं और फिर उनको अच्छे से ट्रेन करते हैं, उनको काउंसलिंग देते हैं और उनको शेल्टर भी देते हैं। तो ये लोग नॉट ओनली इनको ट्रेनिंग देते हैं, लेकिन इवन दे एडुकेट people like us, they educate parents, they educate students, they do a lot. So this is what a mission which was started by Indian women in 2006 in India, and it got recognized as a government organization in 2008. Gender equality is a crucial cornerstone in the advancement of any society or nation, as it affects all areas of society. So gender equality is extremely important. It is an essential battle to overcome to see the fullest potential of the nation and empowerment of women. Now, what do I mean by empower? As I told you, empower means to give someone the authority or power to do something. Like at home, a lady is given the right to take a decision. Chalo tumko jo khareedne ka khareed do. Then if the children, they go to the mother and say, Mom, I want to become this, I want to become that. Then even the mother is having the decision to say yes. So that is called empower. Empowering women is essential to the health and social development of families, communities and countries. When women are living safe, fulfilled and productive lives, they can reach their full potential, contributing their skills to the workplace and can raise happier and healthier children. Yes, I know of two friends. One has a very, very, very good husband, and her husband is so nice that he will always respect her in front of the children. He will never back answer or put her down in front of the children. Her children have turned out to be excellent children. And the other friend of mine, her husband always puts her down, always demotivates her, always taunts her, and he'll talk to her so rudely. So the children don't respect the mother at all. Because when the father does not respect the children, the mother, then why will the children respect? And those children have got spoiled. So in a house or in a family where the husband, in-laws, they respect the woman or the bahu or the wife, those families, the children will always turn out to be well-mannered and good children. So never scold your wife in front of the children. Never abuse your wife in front of the children. You are only going to be a loser. Why? Because your children are going to go off the track. It is very important that you respect your woman in front of your mother. You respect your woman in front of your children. Respect your woman in front of the society. The whole society will respect you. Both men and women have equal power and opportunities for education. That is, it's not that, the mother should feel that only the son should be educated and the son should not be educated. The daughter should go to a simple school, son should go to a hi-fi school. Now the parents should stop making this difference. And when the parents stop making this difference, the change will start there only. And right from the beginning, the parents should not look at, this is my boy, he's going to take care of me in the future, she's my daughter, she will be leaving me and go. No, all these things should not be there in the minds of the parents. And if the parents keep on thinking in this negative way, definitely the brothers also start behaving very badly. The brothers say, तुम तो पराया धन हो, तुम तो एक दिन छोड़ के जाने वाले हो, ये तुम्हारा घर नहीं है. They keep on talking like this. And it's very painful for the girl to hear that. Now, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, he fought for the women's right throughout his life. He not only provided them equal rights, but also introduced many acts which strengthened the position of women. Yes, in order to give economic right and freedom to women, Dr. Ambedkar, Babasaheb Ambedkar demanded educational rights, equality and right to property for women. He encouraged co-education, मतलब men और women को साथ में school जाना. Why? Because he wanted the men to respect the women. He wanted to remove this gender discrimination, and he also wanted that women should be educated. He worked to ensure that women were also protected under labor laws. And he worked and he saw that he reduced the number of working hours for women and improved even the working conditions for women. He supported a bill granting paid maternity leave. तो डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब ने लेडीज के लिए बहुत कुछ किया, and I respect him and I will always respect him. Yes, we cannot forget his efforts. Then we have Savitri Bai Phule. She is also a very strong woman. She was the first woman teacher. Her poetry book, first published in 1854, was titled Kavya Phule. She was the first Indian woman leader who worked for the upliftment of women. Jyotirao Phule, in turn, influenced the tender minds of women at a time when grievances of women could hardly be heard. जब कोई ladies के लिए तो कुछ सुनने के लिए तैयार नहीं थे, तब सावित्री बाई फुले ने लोगों को ये बदलाव लाने के लिए उन्होंने बहुत कोशिश की है. So we cannot forget her also. Then we have advocate Indira Jai Singh, a lawyer and human rights activist. She was responsible for starting the Domestic Violence Act in 2005. और वो डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस एक्ट की वजह से बहुत लेडीज को बहुत अच्छा मींस दे हैव बीन रियली हेल्पफुल. ये डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस एक्ट की वजह से अभी बहुत सारे मेन अपनी लेडीज को अच्छा ट्रीटमेंट देते हैं क्योंकि उनको मालूम है ये एक्ट लेडीज के लिए सपोर्ट करते हैं. लेकिन कुछ लेडीज उसका मिसयूज भी करते हैं, वो अलग बात है. लेकिन ये एक्ट आने के बाद many things have changed for women and women have become like unme bhi ek confidence aa gaya. So this way we have there's a long list to say, but Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Dr. Savitri Bai Phule, they have touched my heart. So I have spoken I have spoken only about these two. Now what empowerment means? My topic is empowerment of women in India. Empowerment means people having power to control their own lives. What is the meaning of that? आप खुद का डिसीजन ले सकते हो. आपको नौकरी करना है, आप नौकरी कर सकते हो. आपको नौकरी नहीं करना है तो आप नौकरी मत करो. आपको जो भी डिसीजन लेते हैं घर में उसमें आपको भी पूछा जाएगा. तो ये दैट इज कॉल्ड एम्पावरमेंट. जब आपको ये पावर मिला, then you can say you are empowered. Empowerment does not mean only sending you to college or sending you to school and getting you educated. I know so many educated women who are suffering silently. They don't even open their mouth. उनको और लोगों सोसाइटी के बारे में उनको टेंशन रहता है, ये लोग क्या बोलेंगे, वो लोग क्या बोलेंगे. So women empowerment, yes, is extremely important. Goddess in India are not give. There are many people who are, who worship goddesses in India, but then when it comes to worshipping their wives at home, they will not do that. So we have to not only worship goddesses, but even we have to worship our wives and treat them well. There are many incredible women who have worked hard for not only empowerment of India, but also for freedom struggle. One, of course, Savitri Bai Phule, then you have got Mahadevi Verma, then you have Captain Lakshmi Sehgal, then you have got Rani Lakshmi Bai, Basanti Devi, we have got Sarojini Naidu. It's an endless list who really work for the freedom of India and also work for empowerment in India. Yes, we are. Now, who's a leader? What do you mean by leader? A leader is कि आप किसी के लिए रोल मॉडल बनो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड, उसके हस्बैंड ने उसको धोखा दिया. ही रैन आफ्टर हिज बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स वाइफ एंड ही डिच्ड हर. But what she did, for some months she mourned. But after some time, what she did, she got educated. She did a PhD. She did a double PhD. Then she did so many things. And then, the people in a society, they respect her so much. They say, my God, look at this lady. We would have been in her place. We would have been shattered. But she is so strong. And they give her example. Look at her. Look at her. So that is the meaning of leader. Leader मतलब आप एक उदाहरण बनो ताकि दूसरे आपको देख के आपके जैसे बनेंगे और आपका उदाहरण दूसरों को देंगे. If anybody's wife is, if anybody's wife is divorced, or if a lady becomes a widow, then you have to give such type of examples to these people and say, अरे कुछ नहीं होता है, आगे की जिंदगी देखो, जो पास्ट है उसको भूल जाओ और आगे का जिंदगी देखो. That is very, very important because past is gone. Present and the future is very important. Then we have 10 inspiring women, but I'll just take the name of few. We have Mother Teresa, Indira Gandhi, Kalpana Chawla, Indira Newji, then Aishwarya Rai, Priyanka Chopra, Alia Bhatt. There are so many inspiring women जो हम देख के उनके को फॉलो कर सकते. Then of course we have the youngest mayor, that is Arya Rajendran in Kerala. She is also one example, for us to see, and follow. So it does not mean that the women are not empowered in our country. There are many, but still the percentage of empowerment is less. I think I've got 25 minutes to talk. I would just try to tell you few steps which will help empowerment, and then I will wind up. That is, develop a positive attitude. I'm talking to the women of India. I'm talking to the women and the girls of India. Develop a positive attitude. Never take the opinion of others. Look into the mirror and ask your mirror, आप में कहाँ कमी है, आपको कहाँ सुधारना है. Set your own goals. Be strong. Nobody can, shake you. Surround yourself with positive people. Practice self-care. Use positive self-talk. Educate yourself. Never leave your job. Your job is your strength. Remember that. Always keep in mind, the mirror is your best friend. Nobody else will give you a true picture. Sometimes what happens, if the lady is very smart and she's very beautiful, the man has a complex, and to just put her down, he might say, Arey, you don't look good, you don't have this, you don't have that. And Indian ladies, we come in the talks very easily, and we tend to believe that whatever our husband has said is true. And then we start having a complex, and we try to ruin ourselves. But please don't do that. So see that you are educated, see that you have a job, see that you are independent, take your own decision. The very first day you get married, if you feel your husband is doing injustice with you, go talk to your parents. And if your parents are not willing to help you, then take the help of some NGO. This is what I have to tell you. I just have limited time to speak, and the contents is a lot. Sorry if I've gone very fast, but thank you for your patient listening. God bless you and have a very nice day.
Thank you, Dr. Caroline David, madam. This is one of the most inspiring speech I ever heard. Very good. You talk about on patriarchal family structure, symbolic language, and you just convey the meaning of women and how she care her family and how she needs support from family in response. And thank you very much, madam,
Thank
for
you,
your
sir. Sorry for
inspiring
being
talk.
very fast because the time was limited and I had a lot of things to say. I've cut short, but I apologize for being very fast.
अगले सेशन में कर लेंगे मैडम उसको रिकवरी.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Now may I call upon M. Rizwan sir. He is a senior lecturer, Department of Sociology, Faculty of Arts and Culture, South Eastern University. He's from Sri Lanka. Over to you, Chairperson M. Rizwan sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Am I audible?
Sir, yes. Audible.
Okay. Thank you so much. And a very good afternoon, one and all who have participated virtually in the international conference. So I think and I hope that our chairperson has delivered a very, valuable, very informative talk, which has given more enlightening and more insights for all the participants to understand the various aspects related to the women's empowerment in the context of India. So I can begin my summarizing talk with a quotation given by the former United Nations Secretary. He very clearly stated that there are no better tool for the development which is more effective than the women empowerment. So according to that, our today plenary session also highlighted more and more important aspects related with women empowerment. So women empowerment is not just a theoretical matter, it should be practical. So women empowerment is not a conceptual or a theoretical framework alone, but it should be a practice, and it is a valuable approach to be achieved. For example, now the women empowerment also connected with the aspect of sustainability or sustainable development aspect as well. So our resource person also highlighted various aspects. For example, the value of women empowerment and value of women, and especially pointed out about the work WW work of women policy. So in aligning with that, she emphasized various aspects about why we should, empower the women. What is the important phenomenon of empowering women? And she emphasized that how to empower them, how to support women, and how women should support each woman, and how the husbands or men should support their wives and other daughters or mothers who are in the category of women, and how to treat women equally. Because now, as our resource person pointed out, that we have observed women are playing pivotal role. They are contributed in different levels. For example, in the economy, in the agriculture sector, and in the cultivation, and even in the domestic space, also women have played a vital role. But the recognition is not given in that level. So the recognition and acceptance is very poor comparatively. So their dedication, their participation, their contributions are very high. Even then, the society is treating women in a different way in terms of a patriarchal concept or male-dominated social setting. So even I can connect these all interpretation with one social aspect of sustainable development as well, because sustainable development also now reaching through different three dimensions. For example, environmental, economic, and the social aspect. Social aspect also pointed out how people should incorporate with the development activities, especially sustainable development goal number 5 also highlighted women empowerment and its importance, how women should be empowered along with the development activities throughout the world. So our resource person talk highly, pointed out and highly associated with the sustainable aspect of sustainable development and its social aspect as well. So I think the suggestion and many comments given by the resource person would be definitely helpful for the academicians and the researchers or the policymakers to adhere with the guideline of women empowerment in your future, I think. So I am concluding by saying thanks to very important people today. So I must thank Dr. Caroline David, HOD of Economics, FC Department of DGSS College of Commerce, Malad East, Mumbai, for delivering wonderful and noteworthy speech today in the preliminary session of this international conference. And also, I would like to thank Dr. Santosh Mane and Dr. Kavita Krishna and all of the professors and academicians and participants. And thank you very much, one and all. Thank you very much for the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. M. Rizwan, sir. Now we are going to start our second plenary session. This session will be chaired by Dr. Sudhakar Ayach, and the resource person for this session is Dr. Kavita GN, faculty, Center for Women Studies, Janbandhu Janbharti Campus, Bangalore. Her topic of discussion is components, levels, types, and issues of women empowerment.
Hello.
Madam is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jane, sir, and good afternoon, everybody. Sir, audible? Shall I start?
Open your video.
You are audible.
Yes, sir. Sir. Shall I start? Jane, sir.
Yes, you can start, but your video is off, madam. Start your video.
In the some issues, so I just muted. Lastly, I will open. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Shall I start, sir? Okay.
Yes.
When it was network cut, you can reminding me, sir, because I don't know that process. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. And let me start. Last two sessions, we have seen conceptual framework of empowerment of women. Now we move. What are the components, levels, and types of women empowerment? Because these issues are very important for. We can see components, levels, and types of empowerment. It is the backbone or pillar of empowerment. We can see. Then, according to the United Nations, women's empowerment has 5 components basically. Then, first one, women's sense of self-worth. Self-worth means own values, including moral, social, spiritual, intellectual, cultural, and etc. Then second one, women right to have to determine choices. Choices including marriage, occupation, contraceptive practices, having a child gap, and like that enough. Then third one, control over then own lives, take decision in a life choices. Opportunities including education, employment, and participation. Resources including natural and unnatural. So, and fifth one, ability to influence the direction of social change to create more just social and economic order nationally and internationally. These 5 factors of backbone of components of women empowerment. Shall next we will see levels of empowerment. So first and foremost, awareness creation. What awareness creation issues like women gender bias, inequality, violence against women, freedom, fundamental rights, laws, and discrimination between sexes, public and private life, social issues and social order process. Those are women always awareness on these issues. Then second one, availability of resources. Availability of resources including private and natural. So because of resources always backbone of economic empowerment of women or stability of empowerment of women. Then third one, accessibility of resources. Accessibility resources permanently or temporary. How much we can access the resources like natural and unnatural. Then fourth one, decision making. This is a very important in the women lives. So purely it is open upon our mindset. Means it is not enter. We cannot take others' help and others' involvement in this process. So freely taking the what is right and what is wrong in the process or women's lives. Decision making involves these issues. Then let's move. What are the different types of empowerment in modern age? We can see the many more different types of women empowerment in nowadays. So first and foremost, social empowerment. Social empowerment involve 3 factors. So first one at individual level. So it included like family, relatives, at the marketplace, visiting, staying their friends, decisions about their own earnings, in decisions about contraceptives, menstrual hygiene, sanitation, health, surrogacy, abortion, and all are involved in decision about their own health, in decisions about large household purchases. Then second one, at the family and societal level, it involves decisions related to their career, education, children, marriage, share in parental property, involvement in collective decisions like family planning, management of expenses, a decision involving their lifestyle, how they should dress, choice of friends, mannerism, behavior, and etc. Then third level, at the level of framing and implementation of law, we have many more laws in at present, and sections related women. So implementation misuse of social laws like Dowry Prohibition Act, example 1961, non-recognition of marital rape as a crime in the first place. The Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, no separately definition or classification of honor killing as an offense in India. Then second one, cultural empowerment. It is including language, food, clothing, religion, customs. In language wise, so we can now we pornography like molestation, like that. These as laws and section related language based women harassment in nowadays in the society. So food we can take the food section. Feminization of poverty is the most worldwide in poor countries in the world. So women suffering from this nutritious and feminization of poverty in the family. So then clothing. Nowadays, last that one like hijab, like that issues. So women freely wear some dress, or it is restricted in the society as well as family. And then we move to religion we have some different kind of religion in our society. So different religion have different rules, custom, regulations, and like that. So we then next one, customs. We have many customs in our caste system. So these are factors we can break down all issues, we can achieve cultural empowerment. Then third one, educational empowerment. Educational empowerment is the main important tool for women empowerment. Then we can how we can achieve educational empowerment through remove the mindset of chilly climate in the classroom. Chilly climate means differently treated as in the boys and girls in the classroom. We are not equally treated in the classroom, like boys like that, girls like that, like that. This is what we call chilly climate. So we can remove that mindset in the classroom. So second one, vocational training programs. We promote more occasional training programs for educational empowerment related. So then next, skill development education. Then maintain gender equality in curriculum. We can see in the more curriculum in our India, not in India, all over the world, it is male dominated or patriarchal mode of curriculum, except from incident. So it is also very lack of educational empowerment of one issue. So then to give an importance to girls education, promote higher education to girls and encourage the girls through scholarship, rewards, prizes, etc. Through we can achieve educational empowerment. Next one, economic empowerment. Empowerment, we can see the inequality at the workplace. At the workplace, we can see the salary differentiational, cage facilities, maternity leaves, sexual harassment at the workplace, like including physical, sexual, mental, and glass seeing, work distribution, laser, etc. These issues always affect on affect on women compared to men. Then we can remove this sphere, we can achieve economic empowerment. Then second one, definition and restriction in career for women. Women's household work is unpaid and unvalued job. Feminization of agriculture and the informal sector, entrepreneurship as a career option is not promoted. And third one, at the level of framing and implementation of laws. We can have the many laws because there poor implementation process. This is the main thing in the framing and implementation of the laws. Then next one, political empowerment. Political empowerment including representation in political parties. Present days, we can see the more number of political parties around India. But women can manipulate various posts, including state and central government. But here, women may undergo the patriarchal ideas. Then second one, legislature. Discrimination at the party level regarding the number of tickets, less number of women legislatures, poor representation of legislations. Then third one, executive. Bureaucracy, police and armed forces, including less women participation compared to last decades, but now it is recover. Then last one, judiciary. Representation, discrimination against women, sexual harassment against women. We can see the all these things. We have the more laws, including like that issues. Then ecological empowerment. Ecological empowerment. It is the it includes collectively manage the responsibility during the time of natural disaster and climate change situations. Women's role in protection management in an environmental activities and issues. Protection of management of natural resources. And lastly, voice rising in an environmental campaigns. Then next one, empowerment in health and medicine. Innovations of medical facilities for women, control over body and lives, choices in health facilities, decision making on contraceptives and reproductive health, promote to nutritious food to women, to create awareness on health, like including physical, mental, and sexual. It is the empowerment factors of health and medicine. Then next will we go to psychological empowerment. Psychological empowerment, it includes some factors like awareness creation, self decision making, anxiety depression management, rising the positive thinking, self motivation, self esteem, defense, confidence, growing leadership quality, etc. Those things too we can achieve social psychological empowerment. Then gender and empowerment. Gender and empowerment, we can have some factors like equality between two sexes, to reduce to remove gender discrimination, gender bias, gender stereotypes in our society, maintain gender justice in the society, and voice against gender inequality and gender injustice. Then next one, empowerment in media. The representation of women in media has always suffered from a perceptions bias. Example, in movies, women are assigned significant stereotypical roles such as mothers or wives instead of the main protagonist. Even in advertisement, women have seen more in household or child or food nutrition related items, whereas men are seen shown in the outside world. Then third one, outcome of the commercialization and commodification of women's body in the media. Hello? 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 Okay,
Continue, madam. Continue.
okay,
Continue.
sir.
We are listening.
The third point is outcome of the commercialization and commodification of women's body in the media. These three things of we can achieve empowerment in media. Media, it is powerful weapon in our modern society. We know this fact. So next one, empowerment in science and technology. Science and technology involves enable access to affordability of education, health, skills, provision for employment opportunities, especially in the service sector. Example, IT years, upcoming challenges to women labor owning to artificial intelligence and machine labor. Then second one, women-centric technologies or inventions are not given priority or importance. Example, the movie Padman was based on Arunachalam Muruganatham, a social entrepreneur who invented the low-cost sanitary pad-making machine as poor women used unsanitary racks due to the high cost of commercial pad. It is just an example to how technological empowerment we can achieve through like this. Then finally, empowerment in sports. Sports are mostly characterized by aggression, physical strength, etc., and viewed as a male dominated. Women always inferior are in this male in this section. So sports as a future not only face the family but also sports administrators, coaches, etc. Issues of pay parity, discrimination regarding resources, issues of sexual harassment, poor representation of women in sports governing bodies, post retirement from sports, the status of women has continued to be the same. These are the and important is gender bias in the sports. We can see some issues in the sports section through this like this. Then finally we come to the final stage. So what are the issues of women empowerment in modern age? We have always know that when practice or impact of patriarchal ideas, we in our society basically patriarchal mode of society, except Kerala. So because Kerala matrimonial matriarchal society, but overall in our India, patriarchal ideas always a male dominated society. Then second one, illiteracy. Illiteracy is the one key issues of lack of women empowerment, especially in the urban marginal areas. Then third one, lack of financial and resources issues. In the family, example, in the family, all property owned by men, not in the women, except incident. We can do not take the except incident, but in the law section, 50% women have the rights on their own, like father's property, but it is not easy to get that like that one. Hello. Hello.
Ma'am, continue.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. That one. And resources also, natural and unnatural resources also owned by men or government, not easily owned by women. Then next one, unemployment. This is the universal problem nowadays. Both sex are facing this problem, especially women, because compared to men, women are facing this problem, especially in governmental, like the primary and secondary level. The next one, lack of skill training and technological advances. Skill or in our educational curriculum, last time I discussed, last factor, skill oriented education. We nowadays in modern age we can require that education in curriculum, like school, from the school, college and university level. Next one, lack of accessibility and decision making power. Next one, lack of awareness. Next one, feminization of poverty. Feminization of poverty is the in after Corona. During the Corona, we can see the its picture, clear picture during that time. After Corona, it is we can see the okay position. But poverty always impact on women compared to men in the family. So, inadequate nutrition. In the family, all persons eaten. Lastly, women take the food. It is ironically, but it is true. In rural side, nowadays, not nowadays, from the past to present, educated or uneducated, whatever, are following these methods during that time, and also not taking nutritious food, and also not awareness on that like that process. Next one, poor mental stability. They have not self-esteem or strong mindset in their family as well as society. It is also lack of issues of women empowerment present situation. Then social prejudice practices. We can see like that nowadays in our Karnataka example. In our Karnataka Devadasi one practices is there. So in the modern age, but we are not stopping in that process. Prostitution, like that, practices very crucial. Women are suffering from like these crucial practices nowadays also, and also new dimensions prostitution. It's take new dimensions nowadays. It is not erased, but it is taken now new dimensions. Then gender issues like that, inequality, discrimination, bias, as well as private, public, schools, colleges, workplace, family, outside the family. We can see the gender issues related factors, related issues. Then violence against women. We can see the private or public sector, where we can see nowadays, we can see in the media, mental, physical, sexual harassments, like violence against women issues are rising. Not it is stopping, not it is end. It is the very unforgettable and crucial. I tell crucial situation in the modern age. It is day by day increasing. It is not decreasing. It is fatal mistake, I think. So next one, rape. Rape, prostitution, selective abortions, and female infanticide. We see in the we can see in the media and newspaper, social media, whatever. So rape, it's take also multi-dimensional. Rapist, we in the law, he escape from the laws. Rapist. It is a very what we tell. We can't tolerance like that issues. Then prostitution, I already told you. Dowry and bridal burning. In our India, many in modern age, many women, especially compared to uneducated, educated, employed women, faced these type of issues. Dowry, in bridal burning, it will come, but it is in live. So next, disparities in education. Disparities in education in a family will decide the what type of education girls have. Like girls always take arts, like these subject, but men always family encouraged to men always to doctor, police, administrative, like that work. But nowadays it is okay, but not compared to except level. It is also one issues for uh, empowerment of women. I would like conclude this session while empowering women is key to our tomorrow, our future. Women's empowerment is not and cannot be separated from the empowerment of nature, empowerment of all the marginalized people and countries. Women's struggles and movements are closely linked to peace movements, ecology movements, workers and peasant movements. Women's rights movement, decentralization and decentralization of society. The need of the hour is to enable women to realize their potential, while the government must take measures like health, education, employment, awareness for women, etc. It is It is on society to create awareness and create public values which will promote women empowerment. Even women have internalized norms of patriarchy that they themselves dominate other women, like domination of daughters in-law by their mother-in-law. It is the as well as father-in-law. It is the culture that needs to an overall. As famous sociologist Andrew Billage has said, law only decides the direction which society should take. The actual direction of the society is decided by its culture. Finally, the women must be at the Kofi Annan says that there is no better tool for empowerment than women themselves. And conclude lastly to where we yatra naryat pujyante ramante tatra devataha, as per Manusmriti, where women are honored, divinity blossoms there, and wherever women are dishonored, all action, no matter how noble it may, remain fruitful. And thanks to chairperson of this session, Dr. Sudhakar sir, and I would like to thank the participants, respected dignitaries, organizers, staff of the college who gave me the opportunity to be as a resource person of this international conference. And also thanks to Santosh Mane sir, and convey my best wishes to the college for celebrating Silver Jubilee. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am. Thank you very much. You rightly justice your topic and how to address various issues of women empowerment in the society. Once again, thank you very much, ma'am. And now, may I call upon Dr. Sudhakara H, the chairman of this plenary session. Over to you, Dr. Sudhakara.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear, sir? Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Sudhakara sir, your voice is too low.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I would like to conclude the session. In this session, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar quoted that I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress which women have achieved. The process of empowerment is not limited to the advancement of illiterate, urban dwellers, and working women, but can be used as a tool to make all-round progress as illiterate, rural, marginalized, unemployed, depressed, and elderly women. The current the current immortal conference well-founded and currently addresses barriers to the process of women's empowerment progress of women in the modern age. It is to render our society with our women, we cannot achieve the empowered society. Women's contributions were always unlimited, uncounted in the society. Women's empowerment shows social progress or development. We should support, encourage to women's empowerment. Dr. Kavita Jian, well presented by the extent of empowerment and the extent to the which women faces challenges in the modern world are presented in detail. Women have come up with the idea of empowerment in modern age in terms of the components, levels, types, issues of empowerment. I congratulate them on our behalf of and this international conference organizers. I would like to thank the staff and organizers of the college who gave me the opportunity to be chairperson of this international conference. Also, partly I wish to the college for celebrating Silver Jubilee. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhakar sir. on your thoughts on
Welcome, sir.
informant and
Welcome, sir.
congratulating us on the completion of 25 years silver jubilee of our college. Now I call upon the director of our Bahuddesha Sanstha, Mr. Sunil Javadekar, to share his view on this conference. Over to you, Javadekar sir. जावडेकर सर है. हो. मिस्टर सुनील जावडेकर सर. बाहेर जा सर. नाही बोलायचं सर. He is busy. Some connection problem is there. So please bear for 1 or 2 minutes.
जावडेकर साहेब होते ना सर?
आतापर्यंत होते
झाले
सर.
होते.
बिझी आहे. हो, आतापर्यंत होतेच.
हो, येईल.
सर त्यांना फोन करा सर, फोन करा.
हो, केला आहे सर, फोन केला आहे. बस 2 मिनिट. आवाज. जावडेकर साहेब, आवाज अनम्यूट करा. अनम्यूट. जावडेकर साहेब, अनम्यूट करा. अनम्यूट करा. आवाज नाही येत
साहेब, तुमचा माईक चालू करा.
माईक चालू करा.
चालू आहे
मोबाईल
ना?
मध्ये माईक.
हा, चालू झाला का?
हा, यस, बरोबर.
हा, बोला.
बोला आता, बोला. ऐकू येत आहे.
आपल्या या मीटिंग मध्ये सर्वांचं स्वागत आहे. आणि आजचा जो विषय आहे स्त्री शक्ती सशक्तीकरण, या विषयावर मी बोलत आहो. आपल्याला आवाज येत आहे का सर? हॅलो.
हो सर, येत आहे.
येत आहे सर आवाज. चालू, कंटिन्यू. आवाज येत आहे. कंटिन्यू करा.
Yes, sir, you're audible. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हॅलो.
जावडेकर साहेब बोला,
Yes,
तुमचा
sir.
आवाज येतोय.
ऐकायला येतोय.
करेक्ट नाही होऊन
येतोय.
हा. हॅलो. हॅलो.
बोला सर, आवाज येतोय.
हा,
चालू करा. स्पीच चालू करा.
हा, आजचा जो विषय आहे आपला महिला सशक्तीकरण, महिलांवर होणारे अत्याचार आणि त्यांचं राजकीय क्षेत्रामध्ये काय महत्व आहे याच्यावर आपण बोलणार आहोत. महिलांना जे आता आपल्या समाजामध्ये जे अत्याचार होत आहे, त्यांचं जे समोरचं शिक्षण जे आहे त्या शिक्षण वर आपण बोलत आहोत. आणि भ्रूण हत्या, बालहत्या, स्त्रियांचे राजकीय सशक्तीकरण, अल्पसंख्याक व मानसिक दृष्ट्या अपंग स्त्रियांचे सामाजिक आणि आर्थिक सशक्तीकरण, स्त्रियांवरील वाढते अत्याचार, तक्रार याविषयी आपल्याला बोलायचं आहे. आणि त्यांच्यावर जे अत्याचार होत आहे या आताच्या या समाजामध्ये स्त्रियांवर फार अत्याचार आणि त्यांच्यावर आर्थिकदृष्ट्या फार संकटात असलेल्या असते. आणि कुठलीही स्त्री ही आपल्या समाजात वावरताना आपल्या कुटुंबाकडे आपल्या शिक्षकाकडे लक्ष देत असतात. परंतु आजकालच्या या युवा पिढीमध्ये त्यांना जो त्रास होत आहे, सावित्रीबाई फुले यांनी आपल्या शिक्षणाचा प्रसार सुरू केला होता. त्या शिक्षणाच्या माध्यमातून त्या ठिकाणी प्रचार आणि प्रसार झाला आणि आज आपल्या स्त्रियांना समान हक्क मिळण्यासाठी धडपड चालू असते. ही समान हक्क मिळण्यासाठी त्यांची जी धडपड असते ती प्रगती आपल्या क्षेत्रामध्ये त्यांनी बरेचशी आपल्या प्रगती केलेली आहे. या सर्व विचारांना घेऊन स्त्रीवर जो अत्याचार होत होता, जे बलात्कार होत होते, स्त्रियावर जे शिक्षणाच्या दृष्टिकोनातून त्यांना सर्व जबाबदाऱ्या पार पाडायच्या असते आणि या जबाबदाऱ्या पार पाडत असताना अनेक वेळा आपल्याला त्यांना त्रास होत असतो, विशेष संकट येत असतात. त्या संकटांना तोंड देऊन स्त्री हे समोर जात असते. जिच्या हाती पाण्याची दोरी ती जगाला उद्धारी ही एक म्हण मराठीमध्ये म्हण आहे. त्या म्हणीप्रमाणे स्त्रियांनी संघटित होऊन आपले प्रगती करणं आणि या प्रगती करून आपला सर्वांगीण विकास करण्यासाठी या ठिकाणी आपण आपले मनोगत व्यक्त करत आहोत. एवढंच मला या ठिकाणी बोलायचं. हॅलो हॅलो
हाँ ठीक है.
थँक्यू.
थैंक यू जावड़ेकर साहब, थैंक यू वेरी मच. आपने जो आपके विचार जिस प्रकार से हमें अवगत किया आपके विचारों से, उसके लिए हम आपके बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं. Now we come to the last phase of the session. It is a vote of thanks. May I call upon the convener of this conference, Dr. N.S. Girde, Assistant Professor History, Arts and Commerce College, BC. May I ask Dr. Girde to come here and proceed your vote of thanks. Thank you.
On behalf of college, I am thankful to Honorable Dr. Sriram Kavade, Pro Vice Chancellor of Gondwana University, Gadchiroli. I thank Dr. Saptavarshi sir for his wonderful keynote address. I am grateful to Dr. Shiv Kumar sir. I also thank Dr. Caroline David. I am also thankful to Dr. Kavitam. I am grateful to Dr. Sudhakaram. I thank Dr. Vikas Uble. I am thankful to Dr. Ramesh Kumar Gadve, founder of college. I am grateful to Sri Bomewar sir. I am thankful to Dr. Santosh Mane sir. I thank Sri Sunilji Javadekar sahib. I also thank Principal Dr. Rajendra R. Jani sahib. I am grateful to Dr. Sonputre sir for his wonderful conduct of session. I also thank all participants. I thank teaching and non-teaching staff of college. Lastly, I thank all who supported directly or indirectly to webinar. Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Girde sir. Now I happily tell you all that we have conducted our session. Over to you, Mane sir, Santosh Mane sir.
हॅलो हॅलो सर
Santosh sir, over to you. We have just concluded the session.
तुम्हीच कन्क्लूड करा सर मी आरआरसी मध्ये आहे सर
हाँ सर, conclude झालेला आहे session. Thank you very much all participant. And if there is any network issues or other things, kindly pardon us. Thank you very much.
माने आरआरसी मध्ये आरआरसी मध्ये पीएचडीची का पीएचडीची आरआरसी का ते तर जाऊ माने म्हणते ना त्याने सुरू केला आरआरसी मध्ये हॅलो हा सर्वांनी फीडबॅक लिंक भरून घ्या सर ते पुढे
Sir, once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity.
सर इंग्लिश में बात करो आप
Howdy, sir.
Feedback link is given. So
सगळ्या
I
ग्रुपवर
request all
feedback link टाकून द्या.
kindly fill the feedback link and give us the honest reports. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, sir. Please send the feedback link again. It's gone.
No paper presentation.
Please resend the feedback link. It has gone.
Presentations होणार आहेत का?
Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, will be there any presentations?
Yes. Yes, the same question is there. कब होने वाले presentations? Please, organizing team, can you answer?
सोनकुसरे सर पेपर प्रेझेंटेशन होणार आहे का म्हणून विचारत आहे सोनकुसरे
See
सर
the schedule. Now just have a look in the schedule. You will come to know whether they are having paper presentation.
पेपर प्रेझेंटेशन म्हणून होणार का म्हणून विचारत आहे
एक मिनिट प्रोग्राम मध्ये लिहिलेले असणार. 1 minute, I'll check on the other phone.
Yes, ma'am. Schedule में लिखा है paper presentation, but वही कि कब start होगा? 1 to 1:30 there was a
Yeah,
Oh,
ma'am, it
yeah,
is
there must be
mentioned.
a lunch break and then they might send you the link again or maybe the same link.
Sir, please send feedback link.
They will inform you all. 1 minute, I'll just see. What time is the paper presentation in this schedule?
Ma'am, it's from 1 to 1:30. It's
1 to
mentioned here.
1:30. 1 to 1:30, then there must be a lunch break and after that, maybe they're off now. You'll get a message, I think, in the group.
Okay, ma'am. That means we need not to present the paper, right?
Ma'am, but they have.
No, they'll inform you all. They'll inform you all in the group. Wait for some time. Don't leave the group. Don't leave this meet. Maybe they'll inform you all.
Oh.
हॅलो हॅलो हॅलो
कविता रॉयने पाठवली.
हॅलो
त्याच्यावर पाठव.
हॅलो
Hello, all participants. Due to technical issue, technical session is not to give this conference, but we provide to all participants publication certificate, presentation certificate.
जी सर थैंक यू सर ओके सर
Thank you. Okay, sir. Bye. Conference is closed.
Sir, what about the paper publication?
Sir, please do inform about the paper publications too, as we have sent.
Ma'am, shortly we communicate in WhatsApp group. We shortly send you paper presentation, paper publication list in WhatsApp group and email ID. You will
Okay,
communicate.
thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
थँक्यू थँक्यू
हो ना त्याच्यात आलेली आहे ना नेम ऑफ युनिव्हर्सिटी अमरावती युनिव्हर्सिटी का आपली हं? कॉलेज नेम तुझ्या पाहिजे एक्सलेंट
इट्स द सेशन ओव्हर नाउ
सेंड करू क्या व्हाट्सएप पे सेंड करू क्या व्हाट्सएप पर टाक दिला व्हाट्सएप रुक रुक रुक
सर ये जानना चाहते थे कि पेपर प्रेजेंट बिल्कुल तैयार है, क्या सर्टिफिकेट पेपर प्रेजेंटेशन का मिलेगा?
मला व्हाट्सएप तो ओपन होते माझं
ओव्हर
प्रिया ए प्रिया कितनी गलतियां है इसमें
सर पेपर प्रेझेंटेशन विषय काय आहे? काय नेमकं? हेलो
सर सर्टिफिकेट पेपर प्रेजेंटेशन का मिलेगा? हेलो 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 हेलो
बेटा काय करू मी आता मला काम बघतो हे काम महत्वाचं आहे की नाही हे सोडून मी तुझ्याशी बोलू शकते का
हेलो सर हमारी आवाज सुन रहे हैं क्या?
सर उन्होंने बता दिया है अभी टेक्निकल इशू के कारण अभी आगे का सेशन नहीं लेने वाले हैं वो और सर्टिफिकेट आपको प्रेजेंटेशन के मिल जाएंगे ऐसा बोला है उन्होंने।
धन्यवाद सर, यही जानना चाहते थे। धन्यवाद सर।
अरे कॉलेज नेम कौन सा डालना है रे कॉलेज नेम स्कॉलर डालना और 18 यूनिवर्सिटी अमरावती पहली बार मैं कॉपी कर
आपलं म्हणणं आहे ना, लिमिटेड तास अपलोड केलं पाहिजे, काय केलं पाहिजे, तास घेतलं पाहिजे, काय करतात केलं पाहिजे, काय करतात केलं पाहिजे, बरोबर केलं पाहिजे.